my beautiful stars, reading time. So I've gone for our little minis today. Normally when I go for these first, main collective, you're heavy in the heart space. Normally going through a no contact or something dramatic's happened of recent. So let's see what's going on around your heart space right now. All right, main collective energy around their heart, please. But that's a lot. So you've had an axe energy. Breakup, separation, trying to stop the pattern, but this is come through with silent treatment, abandonment. So could have felt ghosted by this person, but again, it's feeling no contact. These here are a little bit confused, and oh my gosh. Okay. These are also beautiful and positive, but this, not so much. So you've got unconditional love, Cupid's arrow, heart with a key, the butterfly, and the coffin. So this is around your heart space. Unconditional love, self-love, trying to find that oneness within. Have faith, love is coming. Surprise invitation or meeting. You could have really felt like this person was the one. This butterfly and this coffin, especially with this Cupid's arrow, hold on a second. And then you've got someone likes you, romance is blooming at the bottom. I just want to see your focus because this is around your heart. I just want to see if this is actually your focus, that's why it's around your heart, or if this is something that's actually on its way to you. Hold on. This might be what you think is going on versus what's really going on. Let's just see these first. Main collective, main focus. That was cleanse and clear. Okay, so this is your actual focus. So you've got control. So you are trying to break free from this at the moment. But you clearly, like I said, you would be overwhelmed in the heart. So this missing you, especially with this control though, I think you do have moments of missing this person. Maybe you are going through a little bit of reminiscing right now. This specifically says talking to the moon. Can you see that woman looking up at the moon? Maybe you've had a moment of doing that of recent. Okay, I'm hearing both. You could think this person is watching in on you, especially if they have popped up on your socials, but they're just not contacting you, but they're viewing your stories, or they've added you of recent, or they unblocked you, or you could actually know this for fact. Normally when I see this, I see the creeper. You know how you just think there's a burner or there's this, I actually feel maybe for the right collective, they've popped up in some form of way, especially with this green light here. Or you yourself could be a little bit tempted right now, and you have kind of opened Pandora's box a little bit and tried to, you know, search their profiles or whatever the case may be. But the biggest thing here, this collective, even though this is coming over you, you're trying to find strength. I'm just trying to work out if this is a movement reading, especially with this. Like this is these 5 cards here is truly about kind of new beginning energy, that this is on its way through relationship evolving to the next phase through healing and growth. Endings bring new beginnings. Like this energy, it kind of feels the same, but not so much. Especially with that cleanse and clear that was trying to come out. I actually feel that's what's lingering around you. Let's get one more for your top row. New beginning, as it could be. See? You could feel that this is what's on its way. New beginning, fresh start, taking that leap of faith. I actually feel for some of you guys, this person has popped back up, but maybe they're not approaching you in a way that eases your emotion, especially because you're trying to break free from what you're feeling, the intensity that you're feeling right now. All right. Control. Okay, so you could make sense with this. For a long time, put this as your divine person, but you don't like being controlled by this emotion anymore, the right collective. So you as a collective, you would be questioning your journey a little bit right now. This is about feeling puppeted to this journey. You don't want to feel that anymore. So you're probably frustrated with yourself with this. Okay, missing you. Oh, no, it's a constant burn right now. To have this much acceleration, something's happened of recent. This wouldn't be, and I'm not saying that you maybe haven't had a long separation or whatever the case, but this person has clearly entered your energy in some form of way. You've got constant burn underneath the missing you. So this would be something that's consuming you as a collective. Don't make it fit. Like, this is heavily on your mind and you do not like it. Watching. So that would also align with, even if it's come from you, this acceleration of emotion, maybe it did come out of nowhere and then you, with constant burn missing you, did a little bit of a lurk yourself. That's energetically, well, that's actually more physically chasing, believe it or not. That's not even just energetically chasing, because you're going out of your way to check in on their energy. Okay. Chaos. And this could align with this person popping up as well, but not saying anything. It's like, and that's what I feel. Something's just ignited this like storm of emotion in you. Now, with this mother wounds under here, I'm again hearing a few things. And again, this is your main focus, so don't make it fit. You yourself could really struggle or have some form of estranged relationship with your mother. This person could, but you, especially with this healing here for both of these, you would know about your trauma, especially if you're on this divine journey. And I think sometimes when this stuff comes over you, you know it's coming from a place of wounding. It is so hard when we grow up and we aren't in an environment of love, unconditional love, especially from our parental figures, right? As a child, you learn how to create love in your mind. Believe it or not, I always say shadow starts from 3-4 years old. So when we're 3-4 years old, we don't know emotion. We don't know what we're teaching our brain, especially if we don't have the best examples to show us how to deal with emotion. So as a child, if you're in an environment that's toxic, chaotic, broken home, you know, some children, unfortunately, you get put in the foster system, whatever it is. Without you knowing, you are accustomed to creating your own energy of love to feel some form of safety in your environment. So through your years growing up, and this is why you guys get attracted to the chaotic love, because as a child, that's all you were used to, and you learned how to soothe your mind in it, right? Chaos to you equaled love. And this is why I find a lot of people can actually struggle with, you get shown action by someone, but because you're used to creating the energy of love for yourself, you are completely blinded to their red flags, because again, unfortunately, that's what your trauma is accustomed to. And a lot of people that struggle with this, you can truly start to create scenarios that aren't even happening, and it's a really sad thing. And I just feel this collective, and again, I haven't really, this is just your first part, but again, as a reader, we pick up your energy. And this would make sense if maybe you are questioning your divine journey. Is this just my trauma? Is this a trauma bond? I don't want to say the word limerence. I don't, but I just think right now there's havoc in your mind, and you know it comes from a far deeper place. You'd be so frustrated with yourself, with the people you choose to align with love, or the people that you're giving your heart space to, but you are not your trauma. And that's why I truly believe everybody in this world, and it's sad that not all people delve on the path of self-discovery, but I don't think there's one person in this world that is trauma-free. Okay, I know some people have had quite smooth sailings in their upbringing, but it doesn't mean you don't have things conform to you and your shadow. What we build from a young age isn't just from parenting. It's from our environment, the schooling system, society's beliefs. Everybody's got some form of something tied to them that holds them back in life. But unfortunately, this main collective, I think yours is a lot more severe. But I'll tell you something. People that have had a lot of trauma in their life, it shows how strong you are. And I always say, there's not one person on this journey. True activation comes from your poor not being able to handle any more pain. Your brain fuses out. I've had lives of so many challenges and upheavals for a far greater reason than you know. This is taking a little bit of a turn. This road just upsets me a little bit. You're strong. And yes, you could have some wounded qualities and some things that you might not like about yourself, but it's these things that are strengthening you. So yes, you're feeling chaos right now. Yes, you're feeling a storm. Yes, you could be reflecting on your wounding and why you choose the things that you choose, especially when it comes to the heart space. But that's the first step. It's self-awareness. And it might just seem like a little baby step, but you noticing this is a beautiful thing. Because slowly but surely, you will start creating the change that's needed to not welcome this back in your life. And I will tell you something. Just this rose, it's similar, but it's different. This is very, this is some beautiful energy here, where you are quite up and down with your energy. So I just can't see this collective thinking this is what's around your heart space. I actually think this is the energy around your heart space, but you're clearly a little bit frantic right now and you don't have complete belief in this because of look at how this exited your life. So once again, having an upbringing we were describing, you would have some form of abandonment trauma within you. So this separation being done through silent treatment, abandonment, of course it's going to drag up everything that your poor little soul has the most fear of in your mind, subconscious mind, because it hasn't completely been, I don't want to say completely been healed, but maybe not focused on the right way. I always say those things in our shadow, we actually push to the bottom of our soul. And even when we choose to go on a healing journey, we know it's there. But a lot of people don't address it the right way. They know it's there, but they still keep falling short to the same temptations. But when you're in isolation, you don't even realize that you're still falling short to all the things you're trying to heal within your soul, right? this collective, you clearly are aware of it because you're wanting to break free from this. You don't want to love someone that makes you feel like this. You don't want to do that anymore. But the thing is, that feeling is still tied to that person, and that's why you're like, oh. And that just shows your core things you're trying to go through a complete butterfly coffin energy with. They're being activated for a reason. They're not being dealt with properly just yet. But you're starting to notice that, which is beautiful.